Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Kaguya-Sama Love is War. Last time, Kaguya wants to handle it. That was where the one girl who is dating the one guy came to Kaguya with concerns about how to break up with her boyfriend, but then Fujiwara came in and not only kept their relationship together, but encouraged them to do philanthropy as a rebellion against society upon which we live in. So that was fun. Next up, Miyuki Shirogane wants to show off. Shirogane sucks at volleyball. Fujiwara shows up, as she always does, and trained him how to not suck at volleyball. And then Kaguya wants to be... covered. That was it. Because I remember now. Kaguya wants to be covered, where Kaguya and Shirogane were trying to see who would offer their umbrella in the rain, and then take a wild guess as to who showed up. But Fujiwara showed up with a spare umbrella, and then they went walking in the rain, and it was nice. Every single segment ended with, and then Fujiwara showed up and finished the conflict. So, but hey, it's a hard life being best girl, but she manages. Anywho, so that was pretty much it. Like always, the reaction is down in the description and the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Kaguya-Sama Love is War. Here we go. Well, we have now been introduced to Ishigami, and we've added more layers to Hayasaka, and it feels like they're going to introduce Shirogane's sister at some point. That was a lot. That was a lot of character stuff. Oh boy. Although, Ishigami did just go home and die, so he might not be showing up again. I don't know, maybe it'll be a mild death and he'll be in the next day. Anywho, man, okay. If he hadn't just kept going, it might have been fine. Like, I don't know, there is something about, like, the scent of hair that people will generally find creepy. Like, if it's a different perfume, that's one thing. But the scent of hair tends to bother people. But if he had just said, hey, did you change your conditioner? It smells nice, If he had just stopped there. But I mean, it is a thing. Like, you want to talk about psychology. You want to talk about psychological warfare. I'm sure, how many people in this world are there where if someone says, hey, I like this about you, will they say, will they take it a wrong way? Like, for instance, if Shirogane had said, hey, I like your polished nails, Kaguya could have easily taken that as, what, so you didn't like my nails before, Or, if someone gets a haircut and you say, like, oh, hey, I like your haircut, they could say, what, you didn't think I looked good before? Like, you can always take it, everything can always be taken a wrong way. I mean, God, look at fucking Twitter or just the internet in general. Everything that comes out of your mouth can be taken a wrong way, But at the same time, do you take that chance? Ishigami took that chance. Ishigami took that chance and was labeled a creep. I don't think Fujiwara has any legs to stand on about creeps or weirdos. But anyway, Ishigami. We're finally introduced to Ishigami, the accountant, the financial advisor, or the financial officer of the student council. Interesting. A very interesting character. I like him just being a very depressed introvert. That's just kind of funny. I like that it's like, he only vaguely gets along with the three of them, you know? I mean, it's very, you know... man, I will say, it's like, man, relate to this dude. Relate, mainly the introverted part of, like, you know... It's a thing of, like, especially with Fujiwara, it's like, I don't know, like, if there was a girl like Fujiwara when I was in high school, like, if I would have gotten along with her, you know? But I like seeing Ishigami there, because it's like, it's not that he doesn't get along with her, it's that he's very shy and introverted, you know? I don't know if I would have had the courage to say anything about how she smelled, you know? But I just kind of like that aspect of, like, he does, like, he's not really friends with them, but he doesn't not get along with them, you know? Because that's the thing, it's like, for, you know, he's kind of the opposite of Fujiwara, where Fujiwara is this, you know, excited introvert, or extrovert, I'm sorry, I'm getting my overts mixed up. But he is just too much of... He's a quiet introvert, you know? Like, they are just opposites. Which is interesting, because we talk about, you know, the differences between Fujiwara and Kaguya, you know, as the differences of a puppy dog and a cat, you know? But I kind of see that here, too, with Ishigami, so I like that. Of course, the only person he really doesn't really get along with is Kaguya herself, because he's scared of her. So I did like in the second segment as well, where it's like, oh, you know, who's behind you on the path? And in his mind, it's Kaguya, because she's there to kill him, you know? But in doing that, Kaguya now has the impression that he likes her. But I also did like that moment of, President, I'm gonna go home. I think I have Stockholm Syndrome. And he was like, okay, hope you get better. That was really funny. So yeah, it's like, I don't think I'm as extreme an introvert as Ishigami, but I do relate, you know? And maybe that's the opposites attract of why I really do enjoy Fujiwara, of just like, she is everything I am not. Loud, excited, and I mean, you know, I put on a voice, I put on kind of a character for the reactions and stuff, but it's like, I'm not really a loud, excited guy, you know? Like, it just kind of comes off, I mean, it comes off that way here on the video because you aren't here. There's a camera that I'm looking at. In fact, I'm barely looking at the camera. I'm looking at myself in the camera, you know? And there's just an enclosed room that I am in, you know? So I can do stuff like this, you know? Or if, you know, I do a live stream or something, you know, I'm not... To me, it's like, you know, I mean, and not to diminish... I don't want anyone... Don't take this the wrong way. We were talking about that, but... You know, when I do like a live stream... You know, it's text that I see. I'm not talking to a person. I see text. Even though you are all people. I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about? Maybe you don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm just speaking out my ass, so... Take everything I say with a grain of salt anyway. But yeah. But in other daily life, it's like, I'm fairly quiet. I don't really... I mean, I'll talk if you want to talk, but... like, engaging in conversation, I don't really begin conversations, so I don't know. So maybe that's why I really enjoy Fujiwara, is she is what I am not. She has what I lack. So that was good. And then the whole thing of the psychological test was interesting. And the whole thing of, it's how much you love that person. How much you love that person. And I just love, she's just standing there, and the truck just dumps so many flowers onto her. Like, that was funny. So, and then not only did we get characterization of Ishigami, we also got characterization of Hayasaka. So, Hayasaka also goes to Shujin Academy. She's a teenager, by the way. She's a teenager. She seems to be the same age as Kaguya, which is interesting because, I mean, let me tell you, her in her maid outfit, she looks older. She looks like an adult, but apparently she also, I mean, unless it's that she doesn't, it's not that and she just goes, she dashes over to Shujin, but she also puts on a voice for people. She puts on the Valley Girl accent and then drops it in Kaguya's presence. But that was interesting. It's like, I feel like I got a lot of lore on Hayasaka, you know? But, I don't know. I'm so curious. Now I just have more questions. It's like, oh, she does actually go to school. And then after, I mean, I guess it makes sense that, like, you know, when Kaguya's at school all day, she doesn't need her personal assistant, and that seems, you know, Hayasaka is her personal assistant specifically. So, but and then we got the whole thing about beauty, and it's like, honestly, it was like she's making all these excuses to just give Kaguya a manicure. Like, that was really it. Like, she didn't really need to go into all that. She just wanted an excuse, basically. So that was interesting. And then the whole resolution with Shirogane, that he got enough courage to, you know, acknowledge that he noticed her nails, but he didn't say anything about it. So I feel like big character dumps, basically. We got Ishigami, we got more with Hayasaka, and again, I feel like there's going to be a bit with Shirogane's sister. So yeah, very, very, very interesting stuff, and I'm excited to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Kaguya-Sama Love is War reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.